I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like this is what I think. I still think very strongly if I sat with you and taught you how to do that, you would do well in these games. I think what irks you is perhaps at your level of play, people chimp out and it pisses you off. You have to learn how to stop them from chimping out. And it feels like it's difficult because maybe you don't know how to stop them from chimping out. Because you want to swat at them from a range. It's okay to fight them on the inside and make them respect you. Once they learn to respect you, then you can play that range. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff. Welcome back. Got a brand new video here for you guys. You guys already saw the intro. So I'm pretty sure you guys are wondering, where is this gonna go? What's the context here? Well, one of my viewers is having a difficult time in some of the more recent fighting games from what I gather from our conversations. And sometimes it's frustrating for him to essentially deal with certain aspects of the games, maybe feeling like the games are too aggressive and whatnot. So he's more of a defensive player. So there are certain aspects of the game in which, you know, or rather fighting games in which kind of frustrate him about the newer games because maybe they're too aggressive, maybe they're too defensive, etc., or they don't favor defensive playstyles. When that's not necessarily the case, it's just there are things you kind of have to do and kind of know before you're fully able to just do that. And in addition, you can't just, essentially just play it one way. You do have to have a very good balance of being able to do offense and defense in a lot of fighting games in general, from old and new. Doesn't really make much of a difference. But we kind of cover a lot of different bases here in this video based on these concepts here. So buckle up. There's a lot to take in here. But before I cut to the footage, you guys know the routine. Do your boy a solid, it'd be nice to do your boy a little bit of a solid, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Stay up to date with anything and everything on this channel. Because, every sub helps. This channel's been growing pretty heavily. More on that later. Let's get to learning a little bit more about what's going on in this video. So let's cut to the footage and yeah. That was so bad. Let me try that again. Let's cut to the footage and get these guys on their way. I'm sure they don't want to watch me sitting here talking about the intro all day. I feel like if you learn how to box people from outside better and inside, they won't run you over. I think you just don't like people running you over thinking that they're playing. I think you don't like mindless play and people just rushing you down for free. I feel that. It's why I play Chip the way I play him. People don't like to play him that way because they want to do this. That's why they lose. And then they come to me and ask me, what am I supposed to do? And I tell them what to do, and they're like, that doesn't work. And I'm like, okay, well, lose. You want me to tell you something else? Lose. There's nothing else for me to say to you. That's your fault. I'm telling you how to win. You're talking to someone who's won tournaments with the character. If you're not winning now, I won before you were playing. Because it's not, every game is designed to punish mashing. You just don't know how to do it properly in the current games. And I think if you learn that, I think you'll kill people a lot faster. See, that's what I'm saying. Now watch. It's all good and well when you're playing Vanguard and you're beating up on people who don't understand and don't know how to get in, right? And when people learn how to get in and crush you, then what's gonna happen? Realistically speaking. But you see what I'm saying? I can understand not liking air dashes, not liking air block, right? You want people to get punished, right? You want to have your simple answers. I feel like you just like simple answers. That's to me has been the case listening to your qualms about the current games. You don't want to have 10 different variables to anti-air. You want, when I press this button, you die. Or when I press this button, you die. But the thing is, the way games are designed now, even if you do that, the player will still risk. You can mitigate that, but you have to understand, people are not going to stop that. They're going to keep attacking you that way. They don't care.
They have a full life bar. You anti-airing them, yeah, you'll kill them. But if your goal is just to play with simple answers, you're not gonna beat anyone past that any way it goes. You have to have more answers than just, all right, I'm gonna punish you for jumping. You whiffed, I'm gonna whiff punish you. So what do you do with that then? Do you just keep playing this? All right. It's like you're playing like this. Stop. Stop. No. No. They're not gonna let you do that for 99 seconds. No one's gonna let you do that for 99 seconds. Nobody. Doesn't matter the game. No one's gonna let you just do this all day long. It does not work like that in no fighting game. Soul Calibur 2, Soul Calibur 5, Soul Calibur 6, Tekken, it does not work that way. No one's gonna just let you outzone them for free. Nobody. That takes a lot of skill. Or if the counterplay isn't apparent, at least let me defend enough to analyze on the fly. VF is by no means simple, but doesn't have chip damage nor guard break. But now it's almost like now I hit you with the other end of it. So now we're taking the technicality part of it and then adding in that there's no chip damage and saying, look, well, it's technical, but at least I can block, right? It just sounds like you have a lack of understanding at these levels, and the way people are beating you is pissing you off. Like, it doesn't matter how complex or simple the game is, right? It just sounds to me like you have an inherent issue with people running you down. That's what I mean. Like, it's on you. And you're trying to play a playstyle that's hard. You can zone with any character. Moon Knight going random bullshit go, but in truth it's Moon Knight going random bullshit go, but with brain wrinkles and engaged. Yeah, like for example, I played Matera in what's it called? In Grand Blue. You would think I play Lance a lot, right? Kensou's a rushdown player, right? He's gonna play Lance a lot, right? He's gotta play the speedy character, right? It makes sense, right? No, I play fucking Matera. You know why? It's not because I don't want to play the speedy character. I think the speedy character was kind of whack. But this character had mobility, and I like mobility. And I have projectiles to slow people down. And I can use my projectiles to be aggressive. So I'm zoning you aggressively. I'm not just zoning you just to stay here. I'm zoning you to move forward and push your butt to the corner so that my character's strength really shines there. Because that character can trap you and make you eat shit. The whole point of a zoning character is not to just control just the screen space. You're supposed to zone them to the corner. That's why I like Reppuken characters and not Hadouken characters, does that make sense? Or mid-high fireballs versus Reppukens. Reppukens make people think a little bit harder than, like, it's why Rock is so good in CVS 2, right? His Reppuken isn't shit. It's like a Sonic Boom, it's slow as shit. You do Reppuken and you walk behind it because I have to make a choice. I get next to you, or you small jump, or you do something. You have to make a choice. I get to walk behind this. A mid-high fireball is like, all right, I'm controlling space. I can walk behind this, but I don't get that much distance. But when I throw a Reppuken, I can walk behind this. I like projectiles I can walk behind. If I have to use a static projectile character, that's okay too. But as long as I understand the spacing, I can take advantage of that. But see, Sam, and that's, I'm gonna say this, and I love you, that's your problem. To an extent, I suppose, though what I excel at is mid-range spacing, not zoning, nor rushdown. Some games have almost no mid-range. Not true. Due to movement. Like projectiles and strives are punishable at greater range than in Street Fighter due to the long recovery and air dash. Not true. Not true. Kai's fireball was punishable as fuck on block. Mid-range is your normals. You mix in fireballs because the fireball was too good in the last game. You don't just get to do unsafe thing and have just safe projectile. It's because you have to understand, the reason why projectiles are unsafe in fighting games now is because guess what? The casual player was crying about this shit when they were watching Street Fighter. That's why. I don't like fireballs. It's just Hadouken spam. I can't even jump. So they added 90 extra frames of fucking recovery so you could jump. Or they added 90 extra frames of recovery so you could just smash them for throwing it out. Or added extra 90, they added extra 20 frames of startup so that you just hit them before it even comes out. You see what I'm saying? Most people want to attack without zoning nor blocking to be viable. See, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong heavily in the regards of saying no blocking is important. That's not true. Big Kyrie. That's not true. You have to learn how to walk. The thing is, people didn't want to understand walk and block. So guess what? Players like you are hurt because the projectile game sucks. Because people don't like that. It's not that people don't want to block. I mean, they don't, but as you get, like I said, I believe strongly the level in which you're playing at against the players that you're playing at your current level, you don't like that they're just chimping you out. I think you just haven't spent enough time learning the game rules to stop people from chimping you out in the games that you want to play. I think if I swear to God, if I sat down with you and showed you how to deal with it, and you just kept trying it and not get frustrated, you'll get past it. Like, the thing is, you can't play now, as for this thing about mid-range, I think what you don't want to do is rush down because you don't want to take risk. You're trying to play the safest game of your life. The fact of the matter is, someone like me will see that lickety-split and you'll never beat me. Because you show me your entire game plan from round one. There's nothing for me to think about now. You're trying to play safe as possible, and you show me no other cards. You showed me everything I needed to see right there. You showed me you don't want to take risk. I won't take risk either because I already play a safe as fuck character. And I'm gonna take the safest risk that give me medium reward. That's why all the people I train with, their risk reward understanding is OD. They get it. They understand their risk reward. They understand how their footsies work. They get it. Because they understand that they can't play 100% safe. Playing 100% safe means you're scared to do anything. That means you have no confidence in your offense. That means you're just wanting them to hang themselves 100% without... You're trying to play in the reverse of not interacting. You know, everyone says, I want interaction. They want to butt heads. You're trying to interact by not interacting. You're trying not to play the game. You're trying to say, well, I control this space with my big dick normals and you can't do shit about it. But you're not enforcing your game plan. You're just saying, I control this space and you keep moving back. I'm gonna walk and block all your shit. I'll take whatever damage I'm gonna take, and you're eventually gonna walk yourself to a corner, and I'm at checkmate. And the first step was like you said, except they won't stop. The second is have multiple options. If they give you an inch, you take a whole mile. Yep. That's it. Simple as that. You're gonna walk yourself to a corner, and I'm gonna win. And I'm gonna do this to you every round. I don't have to fight you. I don't have to press a single fucking button. I'll take 30% chip damage just to put you in a corner at 100%, and then all your buttons are stifled. Because now I'm at a range where you can't whiff, and I win. That's it. The game's over. It's checkmate. Now, granted, you'll fight out. You'll take way more damage trying to fight out against me. Period. And I'm gonna make sure that you take damage going right back to the corner. Or you'll fight back. I'll get pushed back after taking 30% chip damage. And you can have your space. But best believe I'ma still walk you right back. I'm just saying, from what I've heard you talk about in fighting games before, I just feel like you need to learn mid-range rush. That's what you need to learn. I think you probably suck at range 0. But you're probably godlike at range 1 and 2. I think if you learn mid-range rush, you'd be dangerous. I think you're trying to play range 3 and 4 way too much. You need to learn how to play past that. You can play range 2 safely and aggressively. So when DNF comes out, we'll play. And I'm going to exploit your weakness, and I'm going to make you get better at that. And you only have 2 other options. Either you quit that game, or you get better at it. I'll just be real. I want you to play and be good at it, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it as like, I'm threatening you and I'm going to beat your ass. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I want you to evolve past I want you to evolve past the things that irritate you. And you can do it. That's all. Not impossible, brother. You can do it. It's easy.